We set ourselves the task of finding the top 10 websites for teachers on the subject of homework. We didn't exactly cheat, but we went to Greensward College in Essex and asked the staff there for their recommendations. Sneaky, eh? Taking position 10 is a site so good you want to spread it on your toast. BBC Jam.
Overall, BBC Jam has entered our list and we're really excited about this and currently provides opportunities for our students in modern foreign languages and business studies, and I see this as being a fantastic opportunity to extend the learning of the classroom into our students at home. The resources are interactive, colourful, bright and exciting. We know our learners have a variety of different learning styles. They like particularly doing and responding to audiovisual activities which are tailored really to meet their target age range. We really see that it's going to support our students in learning not just about the directed curriculum content, but also extending their knowledge beyond that.
Another multimedia giant takes the number 9 position. It's the wide-ranging and resourceful National Geographic.
The first thing that grabbed me about the National Geographic website was the amount of images you could grab and access very easily. It made it very easy for myself as an art teacher to set homework for students when they weren't aware of things like different cultures. The setup of the web pages are bright, colourful, eye-catching, and they lead you off in other places. Students would often come in and say they'd looked at something on the website, and then obviously the website had told them there was a programme on it, and then they'd go and watch the programme and learn even more through that, and then go back to the website to play the games. It updated and it regularly changed, so the homepage, there was something new. So if you'd set them a homework one week, they could go back and look at it a second, and it would still interest them.
School is a site that brings the benefits of school home with a student. Not something a kid would appreciate? Our teachers disagree. It's their number 8.
What the school website is about, it's a revision-based website for maths and science, so biology, chemistry and physics, incorporating lots of revision guides, some very interactive and some interesting sort of animations. I think the school website is innovative. It does use some very interesting methods to engage with the students. It is very nice to look at and it's very easy to navigate.
Anything that sends information either to their laptop or a PDA or a mobile phone, wherever they are, if they're around their mate's house, in the car, anything like that, gives them the opportunity to get access to information. It's got to be a good start.
Another BBC site takes position 7 in our chart. When a student at home needs help, they can send out a simple message. SOS, teacher!
SOS Teacher, the BBC website, is predominantly for homework, allows the students to help them with any questions they might have. It's a great website because it develops with the students from Key Stage 2 to 3 and then on to GCSE and A-level. So the students can use that site and they can use it throughout their school life. It's predominantly academic subjects. For myself being an art teacher, there isn't as much links I can find with it. However, being a form tutor, a majority of my form all use the site and find it a very, very positive one to use. One of the things I really liked about the BBC website was that it was a UK website. Students are allowed to see what they need for GCSEs, for A-levels, for things that are specific in UK schools.
Our next site is official. The Department for Education and Skills has made available a wealth of homework-related material. It's at number 6.
One of the reasons why we as a group chose the DFES standards site was that we saw that it was imperative that we were actually getting some level of control on top of the learning which we know can take place beyond the classroom. We know our students are MTV kids utilising a range of different resources, but to ensure that we're actually choosing resources which mean that we're hitting the right components that meet the government standards, we saw that as being crucially important in the work which we can provide. On the standard site there are a range of resources which are categorised by different subjects, and these basically link you to other websites which as a teacher provides you with suggested resources which you can use, and essentially they're all free.
We're halfway through our list of top 10 websites relating to homework, but we can't go out and play until we're finished. The quality and range of linguacentral.co.uk translates to its position of number 5.
Lingua Central is a site which covers 3 languages, French, German and Spanish. Obviously a great deal of thought has gone into the creation of it with regards to the national curriculum.
Many of our students struggle with modern foreign languages, and for them to use games and songs and text activities, particularly when that language learning is taking place on a one-to-one basis, where the child, utilising the headset, feels that they're actually involved and interactive with the actual technology. It's a really neat tool.
There isn't anything flashy about this website, which is what I like. It means that students can get right down to the nitty-gritty without being distracted.
If you asked us which search engine was at number 4, we'd give you the answer, Ask.
I think the AskSchool.com website, because it is a search engine, does probably aim itself more at the more independent student that is willing then to call up the list of searches and actually take the time to go through and find something that's relevant. Like if you do a Google search, you'll have university level web pages come up. You do it in an Ask Kids, and it is much more refined for them, so there will be less of the student having to wade through. As far as differentiation concerned, I would target something like a search engine at a higher level student. But the good thing about this website, it also has specific areas as well. There's a dictionary area, an online encyclopedia, that perhaps the lower ability students could perhaps be guided to.
At number 3, our teachers chose SamLearning, a subscription website that really has done its homework on what students need.
What I found is the students enjoy the website because of the fact it's easy to access information and it gives you immediate feedback. They're able to ask questions and find out their answers. They like that. They like finding things out for themselves, and SamLearning gives them the opportunity to do that.
SamLearning is an excellent resource which we use both within the school, and I know many of our students use it too. Students who use it for sustained periods of time have proven increases in their overall achievement. So basically that's the elixir for staff and teachers. They know that by utilising this tool is going to add value. For our students, it's certainly very important. Our students achieve instant feedback. They're directed to questions which are associated with themes which they may or may not be studying at that time. So it's a very useful homework tool, but also revision tool which has proven to support our children in achieving better results.
It gives the students the opportunity to become independent learners, and after all that's what we're trying to progress at school. Students are able to go off and find things out and learn things and see how they're doing, assess themselves, which can be useful in the classroom. They can come back in, you can use that tool to help you evaluate them and then push them on further.
Next comes a site a school created itself. Peer review places languages online at number 2.
The site languagesonline.org.uk comes from the Royal Grammar School in High Wycombe. It's quite an in-depth site for a multitude of languages, including French, Spanish, German and Italian. It ranges from exercises from Key Stage 3 all the way through to Key Stage 5. And the exercises which you can find on the website involve various games, matching exercises, which engages the students tremendously during their lessons. I myself use it in my classroom because I've got an interactive whiteboard, and I can get students to come up to the board and drag things across on the whiteboard, which they find quite entertaining, particularly the younger ones. But the site itself is also useful for Key Stage 4 students who are studying more complex things in the language, such as grammar and different tenses, and there are lots of exercises which students can complete at home as well as in the classroom. The site itself is very simple with regards to graphics and the amount of flash that they use. I think this is a bit of an added bonus for students because lots of sites which they go on these days tend to be overloaded with that kind of thing. This site sticks to the basics and students can actually focus on what they're supposed to be doing and what they're supposed to be revising and learning.
We're nearly ready to hand our work in. But before we find out what the staff of Greensward College made their #1 site for homework, let's revise 10 down to 2. At 10, BBC Jam. At 9, National Geographic. At 8, School. At 7, SOS Teacher. At 6, the DFES Standard site. At 5, Lingua Central. At 4, Ask for Kids. At 3, SamLearning. At 2, Languages Online. At #1, it's a resource that students can use to test themselves at home. You may turn over to examstutor.com now.
I think for me personally, it made sense to make the Exams Tutor website the #1 because it's based purely on exams. Now, teaching economics and business studies, all I teach is exam groups. So any resource, any website resource that gives you access to past papers, quick quizzes, exam technique, anything like that, it's got to be, a winner straight away.
The Exams Tutor site is particularly good at teaching the skills alongside the content of the exams. This is, I think, crucial for homework because it's very difficult for students to get this sort of knowledge outside of a classroom.
I think the way that it has games, quick quizzes, immediate feedback. There's a section on it where you can have 20 multiple choice questions and straight away it generates a score for you. So anything like that will again capture the student and perhaps appeal to their sort of competitive technique.
I'm judging Exams Tutor on purely as a site rather than, irregardless of whether it's a paid site or not. There are some excellent resources on there, but I think all I can do is recommend that students and teachers check it out for themselves.
I think students get a little bit suspicious sometimes that perhaps you're winding them up when you say, include definition, include a key term, explain your point, link it back to the question. But if they actually read this on a website, ironically, they're probably more likely to believe it from that than they are from the teacher's mouths.
So that's our homework done. It's a good feeling. You'll find all the websites featured in this programme and more on our website at teachers.tv. Happy clicking.